the update video of the young bird kit we've been filming. I've now got the bird on 2 tablespoons per bird. The birds were flying for about 45 minutes to an hour with ease, no struggle. So now I want to start getting them to learn how to fly the 20 to 30 minute mark, because some are starting to come into the spin. I want to start training them for that, because we're training this kid for competition. So I want them to get used to the 20 to 30 minute flight time and get adjusted to the amount of feed that they will now start getting fed, probably until we go into winter time when it gets cold. Then they'll get fed up. But other than that, I want them to start getting adjusted to know to live off of two tablespoons per bird, and then go down from there as we adjust. Today's the first day the birds were, yesterday was the first day they were fed. They calculated them out. So from here on out, that's all they'll be getting fed. About the next 3 days, I'll see where their flight time is. If they're not reducing any time, then I'll go to 1 tablespoon per bird and keep going from there. So I'll show you guys after they fly how much I'm feeding them and how I measure the feed. So now the feed will control their height and their flight time. For the days that we fly competition, you want to keep the birds as low as possible, but high enough to where they're still comfortable to spin. So right now, adjusting the feed will start getting the birds used to flying that height, and then flying a consistent 20 to 30 minutes. When I start the birds flying as a young group, I do like for them to fly about 45 minutes to an hour. It lets them get enough flight time to start adjusting the spin and trying to come in. And that was taught to me by a Heine biker. He told me, as young birds, you want to keep your birds flying as long as possible, hours possible. But with these birds and the amount of time that I have with the rest of the season, I want to start already and getting them used to the 30 minutes. They already know what it is to fly an hour, and I like the way they do it, so they're not struggling to fly that hour. So right now, it's time to start training for how I want them for competition for next year. I only have about a month left to fly before the predators start coming in and we start getting attacked. So after I see the first or second attack, I'll probably shut the team down for the rest of the year, because I do plan on having all of these birds next year. I'm gonna do what it takes as far as management to keep the birds around, because that's the whole point of me filming these birds, is to show the development of a true Birmingham roller with high quality. And in order to show the quality, you gotta have the birds. So I plan on working hard on trying to keep the birds around. I know some guys out there may be saying, oh, you know, you might lose the birds. Birds won't be there after a year, but that's the goal here. We can all fail, anyone can fail. But does everyone stick to the script and try your hardest to make it happen? And that's what I'm trying to do here with this kit. And I do appreciate everyone that supports and is watching the videos. We got to 500 subscribers, and I really do appreciate everyone. And because of that, I did promise to give away a bird from the young bird team. It looks like everyone's choosing the color red, so I'll be picking a red out of the group to give away to you guys. And it'll just be a random bird. I won't even look the bird up. I'm just gonna pick a red bird out of the kit box, and that's the bird we'll be giving away. The birds are showing me today they're flying a little bit lower. Not so much activity like the last few days, which tells me they felt the difference in feed yesterday. I don't think they'll fly very long today. I think today they'll fly maybe 25 minutes, which is exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see if me taking a little bit of their feed would work, as far as bringing their height down and their fly time down. The feed does nothing to the performance. All we're doing with the feed is adjusting the fly time and the fly height. And that's why I feed my birds up as young birds, because I rather work down than building them up. There's no such thing as working on building your health up. Their health has to be 1000%, meaning feed, body weight, the way the bird feels, all of that. Then once you have them there, then you could take away just a little bit to get them to do what you want them to do. You don't take away so much to where they have no other choice. You want your birds to still be comfortable. Be hungry, but still be comfortable. And the hunger, we're just working it as a way of, okay, don't fly too long today because you're hungry, so you should come down in about 35 minutes. It's due to how hungry you are, not because you can't fly 30 to 45 minutes if the birds chose to, if that makes any sense. So like I said, I like to work my way down instead of working my way back up. Building these birds up can take up to a month. People say feed them up one day, feed them up 2 days. No, it doesn't work that way. It takes 72 hours to affect the birds. Anything you do to them, it takes 72 hours to take effect. So if you feed them up today, you won't see the difference until 3 days later. So what I did yesterday to take the feed away from my birds, I wasn't gonna see it today. I'll see it in 3 days. I mean, I can see it working as far as like what I wanted it to do, but I won't see the true outcome of it until 3 more days. So we'll see where they're at in 3 days after being fed the 2 tablespoons per bird. Alright, so the group flew about 22 minutes, which was good. We're starting to see the difference. So I'll probably go a few tablespoons over the calculated amount because I want them to fly 30 minutes. But they went down a little bit too fast on time, so that told me right away I took away more than I should have. So we'll adjust to that. I'll add 3 tablespoons more, and then work from there until we get the right amount of feed calculated where they're at their best. Flying the 30 minutes and with the right height. They flew good height today, but kind of low. They only performed about 14 minutes of the 22 minutes they were flying, and that's what I didn't like so much. So we're gonna add a little bit of feed. This little fly Fergus, white fly pigeons, the one rolling. So usually when they land, I let them sit around at least a minute or 2 so everybody can catch their breath and everyone can start eating at the same time. And also remember, we pour rations at a time, not your full feed. That's about I poured about a quarter of the amount onto the feed tray. And once they're done with it, we'll throw another quarter of the amount of feed into the feed tray. So you do it in 4 quarters, whatever it is the amount. Then we use you can disperse the feed throughout the birds, and they can all take the milo, they can all take up the peas, the safflower, the wheat, because there's no time to choose. After so many times you feed the birds, they're going to know that if I sit here and choose the feed that I want, I'm going to run out of time and I won't have any feed. So at that time, the birds, they all just start picking up whatever's in front of them. And that's how you make them eat all the grains. If you pour the whole container, for example, you pour your whole container onto the feed tray, and there's a bird that likes peas, he's gonna go chase all the peas. And you have a bird that likes Milo, he's gonna go and chase all the Milo. You automatically have 2 different birds in your kit now, because one's getting a lot of protein, and one's getting a lot of sugar. Sugar being the Milo, protein being the peas. And if you don't watch that, you will have birds acting differently in the kit. So that's a little bit of what I'm starting to do now. I'll continue to go into it as I go with the videos. Hope you you guys like what's going on. Subscribe and comment. Let me know what you guys think.